Hi, this is new. Look at me. This is the video that kind of started it all. I've now been a VTuber for about a year now. Not exactly your common VTuber that is mainly live stream focused. However, I might have slipped in that trap a little bit. Streaming's kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. But I want to go over everything I've learned and some of my experiences while doing this, the good and the bad. And maybe this will help some people, or not. I don't know.
Welcome back to StaticTokyo.
Let's start off with the bad, mostly because I want to end the video on a good note. One thing I learned is that some VTubers be tweaking. Let's keep it real. And I don't know what it is. I know a lot of us are introverted loners, or we don't go outside often, or we don't have a lot of friends. But now that you're an anime girl or boy, you feel more comfy to seek out friendships, which is fine. But some of y'all come on a bit too strong, you feel me? To the point boundaries tend to get crossed often. Niggas would call me their friend after me just following them back on Twitter. And my dumbass would be like, oh, okay, I guess we're friends now. Don't do that shit. You don't know them like that. I got fucked over many times because I called the people that were more acquaintances friends. So, you know, I know you want friends and connections, but wait a minute before you get hit with the
your man's on sex assault charges.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that shit at all. So set very, very clear boundaries when it comes to talking to not only fans, but other VTubers as well. I'm probably more on the chill side when it comes to interactions. My DMs stay open. It's really not that hard to reach me. However, I learned that I can't give everyone my time. It's not fair to me nor them. It's better to have like that closer friend group that you really fuck with. I'm not saying to not branch out from time to time, but it's a little hard to keep track of when you end up with a bunch of people that you want to hang with, but it ain't enough time in a day for all that and doing content. Unless you're on like me and doing this whole thing is more of a hobby. And also it can cause people that you form connections with to feel left out or sometimes even abandoned, which goes into my next point, emotions. I've seen a lot of VTubers let their emotions get the better of them, which leads them to do some weird shit. Now let me clarify before I get sniped. Ranting about how you feel is fine. What isn't is actively talking shit about someone to others or in public in an attempt to maliciously hurt them in some way just because your feelings are hurt. Whether it be stopping them from getting collabs or like business opportunities or just harming their overall reputation. Of course, if the person did something like criminal, then that's different. But I learned to kind of not get close to individuals that get that emotional in a way. Okay. Because I will admit, I'm a more passive friend. I'm not actively around. You can always hit me up or whatever, but I be busy, so my bad.
No, but real shit, me not being around a lot, I feel like I'm kind of a nuisance to my friend, and I feel like I don't deserve him sometimes, but that's a topic for another day. Let's not get into that.
This ties into my next thing. Pay attention to how people move around you, please, because some of these niggas be hitting that Charlie Brown shit, moving weird as hell. And I'm saying this because for those that don't know, I was in a bit of drama in the past, a bit of a pickle. I don't want to go far into it. You can go back and see why if you want to. But a lot of people that I thought was cool with me just switched on me hella fast. To those that did talk to me saying they can't fuck with me, I appreciate that and I respect you for that. But just make sure you know where your real ones are. I'm not saying to get yes men like a lot of these other content creators do, but get a group of friends that will support you but also check you on your bullshit and do the same for them. You know, don't be fake. If I catch one of my friends doing some weird shit, I'll slap them and tell them that they were wrong. Simple. Also, be aware of people that will possibly use you for connections to climb the social ladder, which is a term I hate because it kind of dehumanizes people to being something you stand on or climb over. And the only thing we should be standing on is business. Speaking of business, mind yours. There's unfortunately a lot of immature individuals in VTubing that like making things that are objectively small a big issue. For example, and I don't want to give names because it will make the situation bigger. There was one person that got mad at another streamer for not wanting to be friends after they both participated in a group collab. So, you see what I mean? And this is talking about petty shit, obviously, not criminal behavior and a person actually being a dickhead. But that's the downside of the social aspect. Let's talk about the actual work. Hey, you see these list of people? They get to see all my videos a few days earlier, like a day or two early or some shit. It's like $3 a month, I think. Become a member. Okay, cool. I don't know. I'm not good at ads.
Oh. Alright, what is this shit? Galaxy gas?
Who's StaticTokyo again?
Now, there is a sense of uncertainty with just content creation in general. To getting shadow banned on YouTube, accounts getting hijacked by hackers. or just terminated by YouTube themselves unfairly. Twitch's fairness of enforcing their rules is wonky as shit. Even more so if you're a woman, it seems.
Anime girl hips hurt your feelings.
So, there is that. Kind of shitty. There's almost a looming fear that everything can kind of just disappear, like your dad getting milk type shit. There's also an entry fee in VTubing, assuming you want to start off with a model. I would advise against it and just make content, feel around a bit, you feel me? Make sure you enjoy it, and then think about spending like 2K or more on a model and assets and debuts and shit like that. Which are things I haven't even done yet. My model was made for me as a gift. Thank you, Cosmine, I appreciate it a lot, thank you. Haha, you're the best. And I haven't done any debut at all yet, but maybe in the future, I don't know, who knows. Also, if your goal is to grow and gain like great success, you spend a lot of time sitting and inside, which is probably what you gooners be doing anyway. But instead of doing your gooning activities, you want to try to entertain others in ways that is fun for you and in ways people will watch, which can take a lot of time and can be mentally draining. If you're really good at time management though, unlike me, this probably won't be an issue. But I recommend taking breaks while working on stuff and do other things you enjoy, like playing a game with the homies or just resting your eyes from the screen. I personally play a bit of guitar as a break, maybe even watch a video or two. I also recommend that since you are sitting a lot, try your best to maintain good posture. You don't want scoliosis. You don't want your spine in a corkscrew. I'll tell you that much. The back shots won't feel as good, shawty. Trust. Now, why did I say that? Fuck. That was not on the script. Make sure you stretch and work out a bit. Try to keep an okay sleep schedule. Stay hydrated. Pop a vitamin, especially that good vitamin D. No Diddy. That was in the script. I wrote that one. That one was in the script. But for real, work out on a normal basis. If not for your health, at least to look good while naked. That's why I do it. Shit. Also remember to eat. I struggle with that one a little bit, but general health stuff, because you can get absorbed into this work really fast. And when you do go to commission artists, whether you're a VTuber or not, please read the TOS, not only for the artist's sake, but for yours. Just make sure that the TOS makes logical sense. Like, I personally think if they charge you more for using a starting soon screen on stream, you should probably find someone else, because what the fuck else am I gonna use a starting soon screen for if not on stream? Let me chill out. I got a bit of PTSD from that one. Social media. Now, my honest opinion, if you're trying to have streaming be the main thing, it is going to be slightly harder. Now, most VTubers use other platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter to get people to join the streams. And I do believe that since Twitch's discoverability and YouTube live streaming discoverability is just monkey doo-doo, you should be making some sort of other content somewhere else, just to attract traffic, you know? For me, however, since I don't stream as my main thing, of course, I get people that watch my videos just naturally come over to my streams. But for those that haven't seen me before, I use it as a way to be like, yo, I'm not a streamer, I'm mainly a YouTuber. I make videos. Watch it, please. Would I recommend you do that? I don't know, that depends on if you stream or not. Managing multiple social medias is a bit tedious and tricky if you don't have a manager, but I'm assuming you won't have a manager off rip unless you're joining an agency, then that's a completely different thing. I have no experience on that at all. And to be honest with you, I'm bad at managing all social media. My Twitter is okay. Everything else, not so much. It can even be demoralizing if it seemingly doesn't pop the way you want it to. So I would recommend to manage your expectations. Be optimistic, but also realistic so you don't feel like popping a silly orange Skittle if things don't completely pan out, if you know what I mean. Also, I know that some content creators do kind of ride off of drama baiting constantly and actively engage in drama. I would say don't do that for your own sanity. Just don't. You'll cultivate an audience that most likely has questionable morals, and a lot of other VTubers will probably avoid you because you're always wrapped up in some shit. Also remember that consistency is important. While I do not stream on consistent days, I stream at a consistent time frame, if you know what I mean. Usually around nighttime EST, so anything after like 5-ish on any given day, I'll probably be live over on Twitch. And as for videos, I try to at least do 1 to 2 videos a week if I can, and I premiere them the same time, which is like 2:22 p.m. EST. The algorithm in general just likes when people upload consistently on YouTube. And as for streams, it's just easier for people to track if you're consistent with times. I also got a bit better with thumbnails. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to teach this one, so here's what they used to look like. And here's the latest one. I think they're pretty good. My thumbnails ain't like Afro Senju level. They're not like art pieces. But leave me alone. I'm a broke nigga that uses Photopea. Oh, that's another thing. A lot of people think you need to get like crazy expensive software to do this type of stuff. Gang, I use Photopea, which is free 99, and DaVinci Resolve, which is free 99. VTube Studio, also free. There's a bunch of free models you can use also. Like there's a lot. Like there's a Jane Doe model. That's just free. Use that if you want. I don't care. Well, I guess it's not up to me because I didn't draw it, but you get what I mean. Also, a secret tip: if you ever come across a funny TikTok or Twitter post or basically any funny video period, save it. Save it somewhere. For the love of God, save it. Same with sound effects. There is nothing worse than remembering a funny clip or sound effect and you can't find it again because you didn't save it anywhere. So make a YouTube playlist, put them in saved or bookmarks or something. I don't know. Just save them. Because you never know when you want to use them for like a video or you're editing a clip or whatever. Please, for the love of God, save them. I'm bashing this in your skull. Save it. In the past year, I've met a lot of cool people and even met or talked to content creators I've just looked up to. I often get nice messages from you guys and a lot of cool fan art. I really appreciate the fan art. I think the community that I got is respectful and honest about their opinions and thoughts. I couldn't really ask for much more. We accomplished a lot in a short amount of time and I'm thankful. Hopefully, one thing I said helped at least one person mentally prepare for content creation if they're thinking about it. I appreciate you all. Thanks for everything. And peace.
Also, for the love of God, try your best to never do a Google Doc. Just do not do a Google Doc.